Well, now how Brickit works. I will make a first tour about the interface and little tips and tiny things to know. The first time you will launch Brickit, the window size will be really tiny, okay? Don't care about that, it's normal. You will just resize it at the size you want, okay? And next time it will remember, okay, the placement and the size, okay? So just at the first time you need to initialize the size, okay? It's possible that it takes 2, 3, maybe 5 seconds to open, okay? It depends on your system, okay, hard drive, because, you know, here 1 second of white freeze because the time he load all the thumbnail icon, okay, because there is a lot of brick. Okay, now Brickit is open. As you see, it's a floating window. First things, be really careful to here have this icon, which in fact is the icon to lock docking in Maya, okay? So unlock this, of course, to be able to lock wherever you want the Brickit UI, okay? And you can dock absolutely everywhere, okay? So let's talk about that first. As you can see, the UI is really simple. You have 4 panels. The first one is for classical Lego bricks creation, okay? Here with a sub panel as you want, little tabs, with the organization of the brick, okay? Where how there are and where there are classified brick, plate modify, slope, for example, and there will be more with update. The same for techniques, okay? Subtypes. You have here the color which for the material creation. We will discuss about that later. And a last one, which is the setting, okay? With some tool for display, for import scene, for custom setting, and here the link information, okay? Okay, so before to create a brick, try to dock here. For example, if you want, you can dock here, okay, with this. You can dock on the bottom as you want, just test, organize as you want. Personally, I like to dock it with these 3 guys, okay? So you can dock it here. So this way you will have the Brickit, but you still have, if you want, for example, the attribute editor, okay? But which I like the most is to make it here directly, okay? And now it's a switch between attribute and Brickit, but because while you will build your model, you don't really need attribute editor, so keep space just like that, okay? Then you have here the tab. If you want, for example, to place it on the bottom or in the top, in setting, with this arrow, you can change, you see, the little tabs placement, okay? So this is just for that. If I want on the bottom, you see it's on the bottom. You can choose for organization in your workspace. So I will keep it here because by default, it's okay for me. Also, the tabs can be, okay, if you want to organize and if you want to have the hinge, for example, at the first, it's possible. So do it as you want. To finish with the little things about the UI, be really aware that Maya can't save external scripts in the workspace. Okay, so you know in Maya you have workspace. Okay, Brickit can't be saved as a workspace. Okay, which means here, if I save my workspace or close Maya. Okay, when I will reopen, this Brickit Windows will not be here. Okay, by default. Each time you restart Maya, you need to relaunch Brickit, of course, and just relaunch dock and it's done. So it's not really a problem, but be aware of that. It's normal. At the end here, you have some useful link really quickly. The instruction, so we will see it in depth in the demonstration, okay, video, which is a link to the official instruction PDF directly. Okay, just open your browser on the right page. The Discord, really important. I will also talk about more in depth, but Discord is really a nice place to discuss and exchange about Brickit or even everything about CG. So inscription for the Discord are here. And if you want to personally contact me, but I advise you to contact me by Discord, it's easier. You have my my email for contact. So it's all about the interface. Now we will talk about the brick.